friends, Krista here. Thanks so much for stopping by Books and Jams today. I have been really loving watching people talk about the highest and lowest rated books on their own TBR, and that is what I'm here today to tell you. And I have loved taking a look at my own shelves and seeing which books do I own that are the highest rated and the lowest rated. And today is going to be the third in a series where I talk about the lowest rated books on my TBR. Yikes. I would be so interested to see as I'm going through these books if you have read any of these and if you think they're worth my time or not. I probably will end up choosing a few of these to do a try a chapter tag with and possibly unhauling because they do have more than 10,000 ratings on Goodreads. That was my cutoff. They have had a lot of people reading them, but they just haven't gotten that great of reviews. However, they are still all above a 3, which means there were people that liked it enough to rate it 4 or 5, but their average is just average, just 3. Let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with the highest rated and work my way down to the lowest rated book that I own. So at number 10, we have The Inheritance of Loss by Kieran Desai. This was a Man Booker Prize in 2006, which is kind of surprising to me that it is in the lowest rated books that I own. Maybe it's too literary for some people. Maybe for me. Sometimes when a book is too literary, it goes over my head or I can't get into it enough to fully enjoy it. But I am drawn to books that talk about loss and grief in some way. So that's why I picked this one up at a library book sale. And I'm hoping that it surprises me. But this one comes in at a 3.42. So not awful. I rate a lot of books 3 that I enjoy. So it doesn't mean that I'm not going to like it, but I'm interested to see where I fall. So this one is not getting unhauled. I would like to give this one a chance. We'll see. Number 9 is a book I don't know anything about, Amsterdam by Ian McEwan. He is the same author who wrote Atonement, and this one also won a Man Booker Prize. So yeah, Man Booker. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why these ones have such low ratings on Goodreads. This one has no summary anywhere on the book, so only I could tell from some of the blurbs that it's a bit of a satire, so maybe that didn't sit well with people, but this one is rated 3.41. So not awful, but not that great either. Number 8 is one that I have to take the sticker off of. This is Sisterland by Curtis Sittenfeld. A book of hers that I have read is Eligible, which is her Pride and Prejudice retelling. This one is about twin sisters who are super close when they're kids, but then when they are in middle school or early high school, one of them makes a decision that drives a wedge into their relationship. And then I think we see them when they're adults as well. So we kind of go back in time and have some flashbacks or something to when they were younger. It sounds like something that I would really like. This one had an average rating of 3.35. So we'll see. There is a Tatiana de Rosene. I loved Sarah's Key that she wrote, and I have 2 of her books on this pile of lowest rated ones. This one is called A Secret Kept, and I believe it is another family drama set in France. I can't pronounce the name. Yikes. But this one received 3.33. Yeah, I loved Sarah's Key, so I've been picking up other books by Tatiana de Rosene, but maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Have you read this? Let me know. I'm not surprised to see this one because I have heard a lot of negative things about it, and I'm not convinced I want to read it. But it is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. Harper Lee is the author of To Kill a Mockingbird, which I love but haven't read in years and years and years. And I keep debating, do I want to reread To Kill a Mockingbird or read this one? A lot of people love To Kill a Mockingbird and then read this and hated it. This one has 3.31 stars. I don't know if I should read this and then reread To Kill a Mockingbird because To Kill a Mockingbird is so far out of my memory right now that I know like the general story of it, but not the nitty gritty, and I don't remember as much why I love it because I think it was maybe high school or college that I first read it. So it's been a really long time. I don't know. I'm debating on this one. I found it somewhere for $2, so I couldn't pass it up. It's in perfect condition, but I'm not sure I want to put that in my mind. Next, I have a World War II historical fiction, which I have a feeling I'm going to love even if it got low ratings. But we'll see. It's The Postmistress by Sarah Blake. It's about a male woman in 1940 in Massachusetts. I think I'm going to love it. But this one has a 3.3 average rating on Goodreads. So I'm definitely not getting rid of this. I love World War II historical fiction, and I have a feeling I'm going to love this too. Have any of you read this one? Next on the list is a book that I probably can guess why it's low. It's The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. Yeah, Harry Potter fans probably read this. So excited that she wrote another book, and we're disappointed. This is not written for children. It's an adult mystery, and that's probably a huge disappointment to all the HP fans out there. This one received a 3.29 rating on Goodreads. Number 3 is one that I do want to read soon, even though I've heard some mixed reviews about this one. It's The Lifeboat by Charlotte Rogan. This one has an average of 3.2. I believe it's about a ship that's going down and a group of people escapes to a lifeboat, and it's a mix of classes, economic classes, and maybe race as well on this lifeboat, and they survive out in the open water for quite a long time. So it's about the interpersonal relationships on the lifeboat. It sounds interesting to me, but I guess it was a little disappointing overall. Yeah, I have heard some mixed reviews about this one, so this was not quite a surprise. Surprise maybe that it was the third lowest. The second lowest book on my own TBR is another Tatiana DeRozanier book, and it's The House I Loved. And I've already talked about her. I just have been collecting her books because I loved Sarah's Key so much. The cover of this is really cool. I was drawn to it. It's historical fiction. It has an old house in it, which I tend to pick up books like that as well. So it has all of these little check boxes for me, but this one only has an average rating of 3.09. We are getting down there now. Very bottom of the threes here. So yeah, I'm not sure about this one either. Maybe I'll include one of those in a try chapter tag, the Tatiana DeRozanier books, because I'd like to see if Sarah's Key was a fluke or what. Finally, the lowest rated book that is on my TBR. The average rating of this one is only a 3.05, and it's Bellman and Black by Diane Setterfield. Diane Setterfield is the author of The 13th Tale, which I read pre-BookTube days and really enjoyed. I don't think I loved it, but I did really enjoy it. So when I found this gorgeous copy, I love the cover. It's in perfect condition. I probably found it at a library sale for $2. I couldn't pass it up. This one is about how the choices that we make, even when we're children, can affect us as adults. And in this book, we have a little boy who, when he is quite young, is playing around with a slingshot and kills a bird. And somehow that event affects him into his adulthood. He ends up getting married and has children, but then the consequences of that action play a large part in his story as an adult, which sounds really interesting to me, but apparently it didn't come off very well to most people. So yeah, 3.05. So here are the 10 lowest rated books on my own TBR. Have you read any of these? Do you think I should get rid of any of them? Are there any in particular that you're interested in hearing more about? Let me know that as well, because I probably will do a try or chapter tag later this fall, and maybe I'm gonna pick books that are really low rated and see if they're worth keeping, if they have an interest for me beyond what I think right at this point right now. Let's chat down in the comments below. You know I love chatting with you down there. I would love to hear any of your thoughts, and as always, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and I will be talking to you in another video very soon. Bye.